All right, welcome. Thank you for joining me. We are going to draft some Alchemy Wilds of Eldraine. I think in general it's going to be very similar, except they did try and make blue-green a little bit more tempting to play, and they added some pretty strong cards. So a little bit stronger of a format, but I think in general it's going to be pretty similar to the original non-Alchemy version. Let's jump into pack 1 and see what we can do. Wow. This is a pack. We got Draconic Debut as our alchemy card, and it's good. It can go to face. I mean, deal X damage to any target. Face, creature, really versatile. I would think I would want to run this in any red deck. Particularly the red-blue spells deck with the Archive Dragon at the top end. Overall, just a really good pack here, though. I'm going to take the debut since it's the alchemy card, and we are playing alchemy, but shame to pass all that other good stuff. Let's follow it up with another debut. I mean, if I get a dragon of any sort, these cards become absolutely insane. So I'm going to lean towards blue-red spells, hoping to get a dragon. But they're just good in any red deck, like I said. So let's do that. Okay. Well, we're going to have to do something different than a Draconic Debut. The alchemy card is gone here, so we can't just take an alchemy card. There is a Rat Catcher Trainee and a Naughty here. Both are good. I think, like I said, I want to lean towards blue-red spells. I think the Trainee fits that bill a little bit more. There's also a Sir Armont here, which is a very good card that we are passing, but let's just stay on color. Ooh, food fight. Okay. We are trying to do direct burn, sort of, and that would definitely go into direct burn. There's also just some really solid red cards here, like Merry Bards and the Daredevil are probably better than the food fight. I hate it. Food fight is fun, but I don't think it's the right pick. Let's just take a creature instead here and stay in red. Let's take the Daredevil over the Bards, I think, as it comes down a little bit earlier, and I think it does more. So, Daredevil it is. Hate passing the food fight, though. Okay, now we have to take a non-red card. Third Little Pig is not that impressive in this format. I don't think there's a lot of conjuring in general. I mean, it's still a 2/2 for 2, but I think this is a grotto for us. I think Spell Stutter is a little tempting since I do want to lean into blue-red spells with what we have to start with, but the grotto is the safest take, and we'll make any deck probably here. Cool. Into a Ball Guest over everything else. There are some stronger cards here, but Ball Guest is really good in any red deck, so let's just snatch that. There's also a Loch Laurent. Basically, you pay 2, and it'll tap and put a stun counter on the next creature spell they play, and you get to scry 3 on a land. It's really decent. Hate to lose that value, but I'm just not in a place where I can take a blue card like that. Let's take the Ball Guest number 2, because, I mean, yeah, I want to lean towards blue, but let's be realistic. We could be any color with red at the moment. In fact, we could be mono red. So let's just make sure we have everything we need. Wow, another Ball Guest. Okay, 3 Ball Guests at the end of pack 1 is pretty insane. Okay, this is our wheel pack. I do think seeing Cooped Up this late is a really big sign for white. Spell Stutter is here in case we want to lean into the dragon thing, but I think Cooped Up is just too good and too big of a signal to ignore. Into an Edgewall pack, which is insane. So insane wheels. I don't think we're going to play any of these cards. But given what we have, it's between the Reindeer or the Guide. I think the Guide is a little bit more likely to be played. So we're kind of doing a celebration deck at the moment. Yeah, I like this. I mean, it's basically red-white aggro with extra reach with burn. Another Crescendo. Crescendo is great. Yeah, this is red-white with extra burn at the top end. I think that's going to be absolutely insane. Clothier or the Eerie. I think the Eerie could have a place in an aggro deck, but I'm going to take the 3/3 flyer that makes a roll token and triggers Celebration. And then a Witch. Yeah, this is kind of a bomb. I have yet to actually be able to play with this card, and I kind of do want to play with the Wild Rose. It makes our guide a little bit more tempting. We do have some good white with the Charmed Clothier, so I think I'm just going to take the Archeon. We have lots of good cards here with Cut In, Picnic Ruiner, Hopeful Vigil, even Return Triumphant. We're going to get something on the wheel. The Alchemy card is not that good, and I want to play red-white, beat down Boros with some rolls. Into not much for us. Eek. I was really hoping for something that made a roll to follow up what we just took, but there isn't anything here. Celebrant can be very good in white decks, but we don't have a Celebrant deck at the moment. The Pass of Toonvale is okay. I think we just want the cheeky House Mouse. Just an early play to put rolls on when we have them over the Celebrant. I think is just a little bit better. The mouse can get in for some serious damage, so I like the mouse. Okay, into either a Clothier, which gives the roll, or, I mean, the Bovac is pretty stellar. So I'm going to take the land. It's perfect in our deck. Yeah, I don't think you pass this land. Especially if you are already in Boros. If we're lucky, we'll get a nice wheel, but land is better here. Got a decent creature count. I'd like a little bit more interaction, but beat down with burn is good. Assault's fine. Bards is great in our deck as it gives the roll. Spear Guard has a place, and man, even the Elemental has a very good place in our deck as a way to draw cards at the end, but I think it's got to be the Bards for the roll token to go with the Wild Rose. I really want to make this work. Like I said, I have yet to play a Wild Rose deck, and I've actually have yet to play a Boros deck, so we're doing 2 firsts here in Alchemy. These lanes are usually just so closed, and it's pretty interesting that they're open here in Alchemy as we get a Sellsword, which is fantastic as it's more direct burn. I don't know how I say no to more direct burn here. You could make an argument of going into Mardu with the Horseman to be able to get back the Rose since it's so good, but I just think the Sellsword is so good with red aggro. 2 great options, another Sellsword and a Bolt. Let's go with the Bolt over Sellsword number 2 since we don't have any Twisted Fealties yet. If I had a Twisted Fealty, I'd be slamming both of these Sellswords, but since we don't, let's go with the Bolt number 1. Oh my gosh, we could have had 3 Sellswords. And a Torch. A Torch is here. It's got to be Torch over Sellsword, but oh man, that pack was insane. We are in the open lane for sure. I don't think we're playing any of these. Let's just take the rare. So we're looking like this. Looks pretty good. I think this deck looks great. Ooh, cut in on the wheel. We could have a Raid Bombardment deck. We're not... This isn't unplayable. Well, I'll entertain it. I don't think the trick is better than hedging our bet towards Jeskai and just taking the Spell Stutter. I still... If I get a dragon, I still want to play blue. Like, I want to do Draconic Debut with blue dragons. The Thief triggers Celebration. It's pretty good. Fairy. Alright, let's see what pack 3 does. Oh, this Alchemy card's insane, right? Yeah, it makes a 1/1, so it's like really aggressive, and then it makes just something huge with Ward 2 for 5 mana. It's at least like a 6/6 when it enters the battlefield. Torch is here, Ballgest, Mice. Oh, I don't know. It could be right to take the Taurus, but I think I'm going to take the mice as I'm more comfortable with it. But I don't think the tortoise would be bad here if that was something we want. Maybe we'll reel one of these red cards down here, but would have loved to take that alchemy card. What's this one? Oh, this one's pretty good too, if we were playing blue. I think I want to go with the cooped up over it though, as more interaction and removal is necessary. We could take the prism as well. I don't think prism would be wrong here. But cooped up number 2 if we're going aggro is just really good. Okay, it's not a complete whiff. We got a Mary Bards here, and it's good with the Wild Rose. I think you could take the Grotto, but I think more rolls are better. And I'd rather have Mary Bards as a 4-drop than the Guide. I mean, our deck looks really good as is. But yeah, it's got to be Mary Bards. Oh, this card's insane too. Grow Old Together. Yeah, that's their attempt to make the blue-green stronger. We're going to take the Ball Guess. Or actually, no, there's an apple here. We do have the Sellsword. Apple and Sellsword's real good. Okay, change of plans. We're not taking the Ball Guess. We're taking the apple. We're playing the Sellsword. And yeah, we're passing some insane alchemy cards that are blue-green. It's tricky to know what balance I want. I'll hold that thought. Let's take another cut in. Because it's alchemy, I'm not sure how many creatures to burn I really want or removal. Turn Triumphant's pretty good. I think overall we're looking pretty good here. Yeah, I mean, it's possible we have too much removal. Bruiser's pretty good, but I don't know if there's a space for it. It can definitely help push damage, though. Let's take that over the second pack as just kind of a, we have that card if we want it. Yeah, I don't know if 10 creatures is enough in this aggro format. I mean, we have tons of direct burn. We have tons of removal. But maybe we're doing this wrong. Maybe we cut the crescendo and we run more rolls, more creature to have the Archeon Wild Rose kind of push more damage. Let's just take Hatching Plans. I'm not going to play anything else. So yeah, I don't know. Another Ball Guess is pretty good though. 4 Ball Guess is pretty much guaranteed wins. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if like 2 cooped ups is right with the apple, because it doesn't really synergize with the apple very well. Take a Not Dead After All. I don't think we're gonna get anything else, but yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. 11 creatures is not tons, but we do have 3 ways to directly burn, 4 ways. Another Ball Guess is an amazing late pickup. That's fantastic. Okay, 5 Ball Guess is our win con. And then direct burn, of course. But yeah, normally with like a beatdown deck, you don't want so few creatures. This is, I don't know if I have my ratios quite right. This might be too much removal. Blind Mice is pretty good in our deck to push extra damage. It can copy roll tokens for the Wild Rose. So I'm not cutting Blind Mice. We don't need Swamps. In fact, do we even need 1? Maybe. Our mana base is going to be really good. We didn't get any dragons, though. It's unfortunate. We do not need to run 18 lands. We're missing playables, which we can bring in. We have lots of options. I'm wondering if I want to run 16 lands. I think I want to run 16 lands in this deck. I don't have tons of top end. And we really are just kind of pushing early damage, so I don't want to flood out, and I don't have a lot of card draw to get out of flood. So I feel like maybe 16 lands, so we need 2 things to bring into this deck. The Apprentice's Folly could be really stellar. You know, but I don't think I want to splash for it, since I don't even want to splash for the black we already have. I think Pack could be okay. Daredevil could be fine. Raid Bombardment could be fine. Yeah. I guess we could just try out the heavy removal ratio with fewer creatures and see how it plays. And if it's not playing, then we can bring in some changes. Just every time I run this set, if I don't have enough removal, I feel really bad. So I'd rather err on the side of having not enough creatures and too much removal than the other way around. At least to start. And with Alchemy, I have no idea how that's going to change the balance of things as well, since I haven't played Alchemy yet. So let's bring in the Clothier for a top end card that gives a roll. I think that's good. We still need to bring one more card in. Or we could just run it like this. 17 lands. I mean, that's playing it really safe, isn't it? I don't think it's bad. Kind of want to bring in the Daredevil or the Pack. Pack trigger Celebration. We have 5 ball guests. Kind of want to trigger Celebration like every turn. Yeah, let's bring in the Pack. Cut a land. And then run this. Don't really need the swamp. Okay. Aggro beatdown with a few creatures and a bunch of removal and some direct burn. Really only 12 creatures because the Sellsword is not a creature in our deck. It's just a burn spell. 12 creatures enough to do this? We'll try it. We have a great sideboard. If this isn't working out after game 1, we'll just change it up. But I don't know how the other Alchemy cards are going to impact what we're playing, and this is actually the first time I've ever played Boros in the format, as embarrassing as that is to admit. I've never drafted Boros yet, so first Boros deck in Alchemy is kind of not an ideal place for me to be, but this is what we are doing, and I think the deck is good. I just, like I said, I'm just double guessing myself on the ratios, since I do not have practice with this win con. I am a little concerned because, like I said, this is what I was concerned about. We just have tons of cooped ups and not enough action to push damage. Not enough creatures. Cooping up a fawn is pretty terrible because it can still tap for mana. So let's just attack for 2. They probably won't block because they're afraid we have a rat catcher trainee or something. I wouldn't block if I was them, so I think we can sneak in 2 damage here. But yeah, I don't even... Maybe it's just a bad hand. Maybe we should have mulliganed with only 1 creature. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Cool lands, though. Look at that land. I like their land art. The mouse is in the house. Prism. Okay. And a scavenger. Jeez. Okay. And a land. I think I want my ball guest to get bigger, so as painful as it is, I'm going to cut in a mouse. It feels bad. I feel like the mouse is something you coop up, but let's push in for 3 and get them down to 15. I don't know. I mean, if we can swing in for 4 every turn and just remove everything, we're in an okay spot. If they remove our 1 creature, we're in a very, very bad spot. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's another creature. That's fine. And I think for mana efficiency, we're going to coop up their fawn, even though it's a bad target. I'm never going to be able to tack in around it. A 2/4. And we have other removal. Okay. More value. I get the feeling we've been too slow against this type of deck. But who knows, maybe we can push in the air. They named blue. I guess we'll coop up and swing. Doesn't seem right. I'm gonna wait 1 more turn and see what they drop and just exile their fawn. I mean, clearly they're playing more colors than I thought, so the fawn is their fixing. And they have another fawn anyway. Oops. Okay, they are playing 4 colors though. I was right on that. We're taking 3. Okay, land's not bad, not bad. Let's go ahead and play out our 3/3 and make our ball guests swing in for 4 trample. If they want to trade with their wolf, okay. I mean, they can buy it back with the edge wall in up there, but I don't think I can dance around that, so let's go ahead and offer the trade. I'm hoping they don't take it. Yep. Okay, well, I think that was the right move by them. Our deck has more damage than it appears as well. We can always do 6 damage in 1 turn with the Charm Clothier alone. The Sellsword. Then Debut can go to face if we want it to. There's the Glut. We're gonna have to coop up that. And we can play out the mice at the same time. I think that's fine. Let's do that. Unfortunately, it means if we get like the apple, we can't do the combo with the glutton anymore. But I can't take 6 every turn and win this race, so I just need to buy time. We can't block this turn either with our mouse, otherwise we don't get any value off of our saga, so we have to let them hit here. Okay. The deck's very good. At least the mana tapper got them good. I don't know what they have in their hand though that's white and blue. Ah, they had a red mana. Anyway, okay. let's put down a ball guest, and I guess instead of shooting to face, we're gonna shoot the picnic to buy us another turn or two. Yeah, I mean, this is just a really tight race. I don't know if I can afford to attack him with both the mouse and the clothier. I'm just gonna attack him for 3. Although, I don't know, maybe that was a mistake. Because realistically, am I blocking both? Am I chumping with both rats? I don't think I am. Oh, I should attack with both. Yeah, I should have attacked with both, shouldn't I have? I mean, I don't think that 1 damage is going to matter, but... yeah, I'm not blocking both anyway. Chump the 4, go down to 2. If they have a trick, they win. No trick. It's good. Remember, they're at 15 life with the food up there. Yeah, I just didn't push enough damage early game with this deck. I think I need more creatures. So I never really got them on the back foot. We'll sideboard after this game. Yeah, they're gonna get the Ruiner back. They had another land. Okay. Now their creatures are huge. Oh no, and they're out of cut-in range. It's a force block. Gonna block with both mice, I think. I think this turn I do need to attack. But I think I'm just gonna do Ball Guest and Clothier and then block with both mice. They top deck removal, we're dead. Doesn't matter. So. We're so close. We have them in the air next turn. Well, no, we don't. They have food. They're at 10. Oh, yes, we do, with the blind mice triggering, don't we? We have to block both. As long as they don't gain more life, we're all good. Unbelievable. Okay. I guess we'll coop up right now. Seven. Swing in. That's 8 damage. 12. They go up to 13 though. If my one mouse earlier attacked, we would have won. Oh, it feels so bad. It feels so bad. If we attacked with our one mouse, we would win with the sellsword here. I'm still going to change my deck, though. Even though we should have won this game, and that's completely on me, 100%. I didn't like that we wouldn't put enough pressure on the board, so I'm going to go get more pressure from our sideboard and see what we can do to ramp up more pressure through the mid-game and early game. That's the Grow Old Together card that's so good. So they went and got 2 creatures there. Didn't really pause, so... Do you not get to pick which 2 it is, I guess? I don't know. If we top deck Draconic, we still win. If we top deck Apple, we don't quite win. We do win, actually. No, we don't. Good game. Well, we had 2 outs and we did not draw them, and if we had attacked with a mouse, we would have won anyway, but that's okay. Let's sideboard for a second and get just a little bit more pressure. Just a touch. A little bit less removal, a little more pressure, and I think we've got something really special here. So I don't want the guide. Let's get... I think the Daredevil pushes a lot of damage, and the Crescendo too. So just ways to push more damage, and we can get rid of... I want to keep cut in because of the roll. Get rid of a cooped up, I think, is fine. And I don't know, like, are we cutting the bolt? I certainly don't want to cut a debut. Yeah, I mean the bolt. Run it like this instead. More pressure. Ugh. Well, like I said, it's my first time playing Boros in the format, which is incredible for how late we are in the format and how good Boros is supposed to be. Just haven't ever had an opportunity to draft it until today. And doing it at the same time as first time doing Alchemy is pretty wild. But that's on me for not attacking for the mouse. I do think in the Boros deck you do have to chip in for every little damage, and I just miscalculated there. All right. I think it's a good hand. It's a lot of pressure. You know, if we're lucky, we can start copying young hero rolls as well. What's not to like, except for that? That is the Alchemy card that we had a chance to take in pack 3, pick 1, but we did not. I'll trade my mouse. We have Return Triumphant, and I can't allow them to keep attacking in. So, that Tortoise is going to be massive. Triumphant or Ball Guess this turn? I guess I want to do Ball Guess and then Triumphant to trigger Celebration. Although Blind Mice also trigger Celebration, so why don't we just do the Triumphant, maybe? Nah, Ball Guess. You could go either way. Let's do the Ball Guess. We'll try and curve out first. Yeah. Blind Mice triggers Celebration, so I think we should do that. We do not need this land. They removed the 1/1 mouse. We're in a bit of a problem spot. So let's hope they don't remove my mouse. If they do, I mean, we marry Bards, we get a roll. Frenzy on a mouse. Unbelievable. That was actually pretty good for us. If you're going to use Frenzy on a mouse. Okay. And running out the Imidanes. Okay. I mean, I'm very happy. In fact, let's just do pack and copy a rat. I think both of those plays were desperation. Stalking a 1/1 and then running out Imidanes. Yeah, they're just getting the Tortoise out. Ooh, can we get them good with the torch? Not if we marry Bards. This is an important turn. Let's return Triumphant. There is Ward on the 6/6, but if we kill the Imidanes here, I can swing him for 3, and then I think they're dead next turn. Okay. It's a little annoying that they have food, but if they play out their creature, yeah, they can't sack the food. Cut-in's perfect. Okay, that is lethal. right? Cut in, roll on a rat, and then they're just dead. 4. Yeah. GG. Okay. That was much better when I had creatures on the board to deal damage. I don't know if round 1 was just a fluke or whether it made that big a difference putting in Crescendo and Daredevil. Clearly we didn't have either of those cards in this game, so they didn't make a difference in this game, but I don't know. That's how I expected the deck to play right there, so that was fantastic. 1-1. Awkward start hand with no white sources, but I don't think you turned it in with the Wild Rose. We'll get our planes eventually. Sooner than later, hopefully. And we have a turn 2 Ball Guest, since we have 5 in our deck. Our opponent is taking time off, which is fine. Really would like to draw a plains or 2. Overcooked. That's an insane card, isn't it? I've been playing against it a lot in the midweek Magic. But yeah, if they trigger Celebration and they get a food fight, we're just dead. So let's hope they don't trigger Celebration. Although they're getting a food every single turn. And that's also just really bad. So it's a Mythic Bomb that's been added in Alchemy. I don't know if we can win this game. I think Overcooked is pretty unbeatable. But what can you do? It's part of playing Alchemy. Oh, Brave the Wild's alright. Sack the food, get a 3/3? No, they did not. What? Why wouldn't you make a 3/3 there? Okay. They did not trigger Celebration, so it's just another food. I'm very happy about that. Let's do cut in here, get the roll, start punching for more damage, and if we ever do draw planes, we now can swing in the air after this. Oh, they have a torch. A little unlucky, but their board's still clear. I don't think we can beat this Overcooked. Okay, Ball Guest plus return our other Ball Guest is probably the only thing we have going for us. I kind of just don't even want to run out my other Ball Guest, because if they do get Celebration this turn, they celebrate, they kill both of our creatures, and then what do we have? It's too risky. Okay, Gatekeeper. Again, not Celebration. It's good. Right. Let's do this. We're gonna trade our Ball Guests for Balluna. I guess I should have scryed. Whoops. Oh well. Another Gatekeeper. Another food. And we do not have the planes. I'm gonna swing for 3 in the air. I don't know how I race Overcooked. I don't know how I beat Overcooked at this point, but the fact that they have not triggered Celebration once is like incredible. Yeah, more bards, more rolls. If we get a planes, we could turn this around. Now they do have, like, I don't know, infinite life on board that they can gain, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but I mean, 4 damage in the air return is going faster than Overcooked as long as they never trigger Celebration. Alright, let's go. Let's go! Yes! And we can swing out this turn. Right? Yes, we can swing out this turn. It's gonna be great. That is a crazy scoop. They scooped it like 44. Well, not 44, they were at 11, but they scooped it some crazy life total. This is a great hand. I'm going to keep it. We need to draw some land, but other than that, it is just absolutely stellar. Sweet. I would like a plains next time. Okay. Let's lead on Ballgest. I would trade my Ballgest for the... Never mind. I was about to say I would trade our 2-2 for their 2-2 here. It's so bad if we run out mice and they kill the 1-1. Could put out our Daredevil and then trade. Let's just return the Ballgest and then see if we can start smacking in next turn. Since we have so many celebration triggers we can do, maybe we can still outrace them. Never mind. Torch Tower. That would have gotten anything we put out, so. Okay. That is the land. Let's put out... I kind of want to do the Blind Mice. That's too risky. Let's just do the Daredevil. If they want to trade for the Daredevil, I think we're going to take that trade at the moment. Although cut in next turn makes our Daredevil into a 5-3. Ooh. Are we taking 3 more here? How risky do I want to play this? This is pretty greedy. But I think I'm not going to block and we're going to cut in next turn. I don't know. Let's do it. Let's be a little greedy. Okay. Alright. It's an okay draw. Let's cut in still. And I think just the rat. Since he makes all the other rats so good. And then we can take 4 next turn. If they have a Crescendo, we're just dead. I think we're going to accept the fact that Crescendo kills us in this game since we're so far behind. I don't think we should play around Crescendo. I think they definitely have a Crescendo somewhere in this deck, but the moment they're top decking, and I think no matter what we do, even if we stay back, Crescendo still kills us. So, yeah, it's just not worth playing around it. I don't know how we're going to stabilize here. And that's something I have to answer. I don't necessarily want to answer by blocking it. I think this is one of these situations where debuting is just a little bit better. The real question is, do I put pressure on and swing? No, that's a little bit too far. Let's sit back and not race. Yeah. Okay, taking one's a victory there. Elemental comes down. Yeah. We're not really in a position to attack, so let's just make another blocker. Make it so our Daredevil does not trade. Again, Crescendo still kills us. Ballgest is good. Play out mouse. Can we attack? I think we can. It's not the most secure board I've ever seen in my life, but it's a board. that we don't die immediately. Let's wait one more turn before swinging in. Okay, passing's great. Let's copy rolls to make more 4/4s that are flying. Let's attach it to the mouse, I think. Do we have it here? Not quite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill their elemental with our 5/5. And then run out the trainee as a blocker. And then they would still need Crescendo to win. Which has been the case the whole game. Guess we could have made rats. I don't think it really matters though. Making rats off of our trainee. Yeah. I mean, if they have Crescendo, they win. If they don't, we win. Even if they trigger Celebration, they still don't win. They have to have a pump. Okay, that's Celebration. It's not enough. Okay. I'll block this. Any trick does it for them. Ah. Well, we were always going to lose this game to Crescendo from the get-go. I mean, I said that. I don't feel bad about losing to Crescendo there. I had to push in. As you saw, they had lots of ways to swarm the board. We were going to lose if we didn't get aggressive at some point. But yeah. That's alright. Nice top deck. Don't know where our creatures are, but we're gonna keep it, I guess. We can scry to try and find more creatures. Yeah, we need to scry this turn so we don't top a land again. No land, no thank you. We are running 16 lands, so we shouldn't be flooding out too often. Yeah, let's just set up the board and pass. We'll take 3 from the Monstrosity if they attack in. It's fine. Okay, pass. I'm sure they have a torch or something. Let's just cut in. I'm sure they were holding it for like our land, and I don't want to give them our land creature. If they want to kill the ball guest here in response, that's fine. Oh, they didn't. Combat trick? They have to have something here. You don't pass with 3 open and not do anything. That's incredible. Okay. Dragon. Yeah, we got an answer to it with our Draconic Debut, but would have liked to have gotten that with the cut-in, but I mean, Debu's fine too. I'm not really going to face with the Debut the way like I had envisioned when I made this deck yet, and I would still really like to go to face, but they're probably going to slam the dragon. Trainee. That's a very interesting play. Oh. Torch? Sacking a rat? That is my torch, the tower. That was my torch. Unbelievably good hit for them. Man. That was my torch. Kinda sad. Yeah, I think I want to smack instead of developing out my board. Let's get in for 5 here. With Debut, I mean, like, if we can get them close, we can just win to face out of nowhere. Okay, we're gonna have to debut that now that they put it out. Or do we? I think we should. And I'm gonna attack. Let's stay aggressive. They do have a lot of life gain on the board represented, but maybe we can get them off guard with the crescendo. Plus the sellsword. Okay, I mean, the deck's good. We're racing a wide board at the moment. Again, I think we just lose to the OP having crescendo. Do we win this turn? Oh, it's close. If they don't block, we win. Let's see if they block. If they're trying to race, there's a very good chance they don't block here. Oh, we got him. Good game. I bet you they had a crescendo or something. Even if they did, though, maybe they should have blocked. Because then they're pushing the amount of damage, so I don't know. It's a good start hand. I love that we have 5 ball guests in this deck. Just like a guaranteed ball guest on turn 2 is pretty spectacular. I guess alchemy cards kind of opened up the window to be able to get so many ball guests. I don't think normally you can. Would like to draw a plains so that we can get our wild rose out there. A little bit disappointed we didn't have a 3-drop to play. They kill our ball guest, we can return it and then make it a 4/4 flyer, which is pretty good. Wow, 2 Dream Thieves. And a Prism, okay. I mean, they're going slow. I'm okay with this. There's a Bards, that's fantastic. Let's lead there. Swinging for 4 trample this turn. It's pretty nice. Anybody want to do an over-under on how likely it is that they have a glutton? I'd say it's guaranteed. Up the beanstalk, Greta. They have a glutton. That's a great draw for us. We could just trade straight out with the ball guest. Or we could just swing in and see if they don't trade. Let's go ahead and make it not trade and just a chump. If they want to take the damage, they take it. Yeah, we chump too. Alright. I'm kind of hoping at this point that they slam a glutton down. Because I don't think that's good enough to win. Oh, don't punch my rose. No curses of the werefox, please. Ah, okay, well at least it's not a punch. They're gonna trade, but I don't have a way to get back that card. So we're just gonna have to win without it. That's pretty good. Okay. So swing in and then both trade. And then we just return whatever they trade with. It's pretty disgusting. Actually like that they traded with that one. So let's go ahead and get it back. I mean, our board state's pretty ridiculous at the moment. Yeah, it would have to be glutton. They have to gain life here to win. Okay. That does gain life. They are alive for another turn. They're gonna take 5, yeah. 6. That's fine. Yeah, they're alive for one more turn. We're only gonna deal 6 here, max. They're dead next turn if they just tap out for one big creature. Are they still dead? Yes. It's Xaxes. Let's swing out. If they block, I'm gonna for fun torch and then do our Self Sword later. Right? So let's bargain the token. Deal 3. Scry 1. Blind Mice would have been a good top deck. And then we win. That was very nice. 20 life. They just could never stabilize. I think that's the whole point of the Boros deck is like, get under, don't let them stabilize. They're just dead before they can start putting 2 creatures on the board. See, we have yet to Draconic Destiny to face. I would like to do that at some point for a huge burn at the end of the game. And I would also like my Tempting Apple. We haven't seen that card yet. So there's still some things we haven't done with this deck yet. My first Boros deck. Yeah, it's good. Need some land. 2 Ball Guests can do a lot though. With a Cooped Up and Return Triumphant. There's a land. Man, on the play, I feel like this deck is just so good. Yeah, and they're up the beanstalking. That's fine. Ooh, there's our apple. You just have to complain about it. And then Arena gives it to you and says, oh yeah, I haven't let you play with that card yet that you drafted. The complaining always works. We're going to be able to trigger Celebration next turn no matter what. It's pretty nice. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll return Triumph. Ooh, we have the combo. We're going to return Triumph this turn. Combo. Yeah. Yes, let's go. I'm actually really excited that we have the combo. We don't just have the apple, we have the combo. I hope they drop something big at some point. But we do need to draw land. We need 5 mana to do the combo. So we need like 2 lands in a row would be great. Because then we can bards into the combo. And if we can do that, I don't think there's a thing in the world they can drop to win. They're debating. Let's just put these aside so we don't play them accidentally. Pass. We're gonna top it. Like I said, it's just too good of a combo. They have a grapple. Let's let them grapple the Merry Bards. Or the target that Merry Bards does is fine. Yeah, here comes the grapple. If you leave black open and you pass, you gotta grapple. Yeah, exactly. So, that's fine. We still get to do 4 damage here. And we have our combo next turn, and we also have like a cooped up in case we need to push damage the turn after. They do get to gain 3 life at some point here, so they're not dead automatically next turn, but they're very close. Ooh, blue. Oh, drop it. Yes! Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. We're gonna steal their glutton, then we're gonna sack it. That glutton's gonna do 12 damage for us this turn. Unwinnable for them. Unwinnable. No glutton for you. Disgusting curve out. We did it. We did the thing. Our deck did the thing. That's all I wanted to do today. And we didn't need to be playing Alchemy to do that either, but that was fun. Now, the only thing that's left is to try and trophy, so, but I'm happy either way. 5 wins and getting to do that just once in this format felt unbelievable. It felt so good. I don't think it gets better than that. It's a great hand. I mean, ball guest when you run 5 of them. I think every hand feels great, right? Turn 2 ball guest, every single game feels great. And when you run 5 of them in your deck, you're going to get it. So, we're keeping it. And it feels great. And we keep drawing perfect land, which is great. Not too much, not too little. Just the right amount. Okay, now we can just stop drawing land. That's 4 lands is enough for our deck. Please stop. But next turn doing mice, and then the turn after doing bards or cut in is just disgusting. They're playing just sky and passing. Light blades probably. They're gonna want to target the mouse if we attack in, and I like kind of forcing that here. They have removal. Ooh, the click. Okay. That was not the one I was expecting, but that's fine. We're going to make another mouse next turn, unless they remove the mouse as well. Looks like it. Okay, duelist. That's a good one. Alright, their deck is insane, and our 3-blind mice is all of a sudden the saddest 3-blind mice I have ever seen in my life. Like, even when we copy this roll, we don't have another creature to attach it to, so what's the point? I guess we can bargain it away with Torch, but... This is a very sad 3-blind mice. I don't don't think I can submit 0, can I? I have to do this, right? Jeez. I guess we can attack in and bargain away the roll after we attack in. We're going to get another roll anyway. From the cut-ins and different things. Let's get a scry in. Right? Yeah. So, scry. Let's see what we get. It's not that exciting, but I think we need to keep a creature. We don't have a lot of creatures in our deck. It's not the creature I want. It's the creature we're going to keep, though. It's just not good. Yeah. Wonder if we should have played this differently. I don't think there was any way to play it differently. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we topped a creature. At least we can put that out. But I wouldn't say we're in a good spot. Infinite removal, though. If they drop a glutton, we're in an okay spot. Let's put it that way. If they don't drop a glutton, I don't know how we win. That's not what we wanted to draw. Okay. I guess we need to cut in. They have the Edgewalled in. The thing is if they get the in and they get the Duelist back, they don't have their white source anymore. So I think that's right. I mean, either way, it's a kill spell in their grave they can go get with the in, but at least not be able to play out the creature side after. It's really important. Probably more important than the removal spell itself. There's a glutton. Unfortunately, I do not think we can steal it and win. We're going to have to coop it up first. Yeah. So, no stealing the glutton, but we get to do 5 damage this turn. That just seems safer, right? Just takes it out of the equation. And then, you know, next turn we get a 6/4 attacking in. That's pretty good. They can get back their duelist and kill our Daredevil, though, if they want. Okay, those are pretty good blockers in the situation. Was gonna kill the click, but now I think I need to kill the Werefox with the cut in. Scry's great. Something good, come on. Now that is something good. We need creatures. I don't think we can pass that, especially with Crescendo. So let's cut in the Werefox. Push in for a lot of damage here. Dealing 9, they go to 5. And I think they're going to have to do something pretty... Oh. Well, that white source is really important to them, isn't it? They're going to have to do something really incredible not to lose here to our Apple and Crescendo. Now they really don't want to sack that in, because if they sack the in, they're never casting their Virtue, like ever. Oh no, Scavenger. The food feels bad. They're now out of lethal range. The good news is their Virtue's not castable. Their bad news is I don't think we can push enough damage against this board state this turn. I think we just develop out the board and pass. Ah. Yeah. If we had 2 more mana, we could combo the steal, the 4 in the air, and do the damage with the crescendo, but we don't have that. The fact they're thinking means they didn't top a plane, so that's good. If they feel like they need to sack their inn to go get a creature or removal spell, then that is a victory for us. I will definitely trade any one of my creatures to make sure that Virtue never hits the board here. Fantastic. Deal. Well, if we do the adventure side of this, we can put them in a situation here. It's not quite lethal. But we can put them in a situation where they can't sack the food to pump the scavenger. I like that a lot. So let's steal the click. Let's pump up the menace creature. Let's attack. Yeah, it's not quite lethal, so we can't go with all of it. Because they can sack the food. I guess if we went with all of it, then the scavenger definitely dies. No. We still only take 1 creature with the menace, with the alchemist and the scavenger. No, this is fine. Yeah, maybe I should attack with everything. Oops. Oh well. Well, they can play out their duelist now. But they probably are regretting sacking the inn. Alright, well, that's 3 damage. Let's go ahead and swing out with the crescendo. We're going to kill everything on their board here. And again, they can't... They have to block everything. They just do. They're going to lose everything. And they can't sack the food, because if they sack the food to the scavenger, they just lose to the apple. So... And then we'll be left over with rats. That looks fine to me. Okay. They have to top deck something amazing not to lose here, because right now we have 4 damage represented on the board in 3 different bodies, plus the apple to negate their food life gain. So just gonna pass here and see what they top deck. They're live for 1 more turn. Again, they can't sack their food to pump their scavenger, because if they do, they're just dead. So they do have to trade with the mouse here. Ah, perfect. Now they have to trade with a rat or a mouse, and it's a forced trade. They can't eat anything here. This is just disgusting. All right, let's go. Still not lethal, you know? They're still going to be at 1, even if they sack all this food. So they get another turn where I have 3 threats that are lethal, and they're going to have to top deck something amazing. But Gruff Triplets would do it, you know? So I'm not judging them. They could have Gruff Triplets in this deck. It's very possible. So they're not guaranteed to lose, but I'd like to think that we are in a really good spot still. Yep. All right. Whew. All right, we're 1 win away from a trophy with our first Alchemy draft and our first Boros draft of the format. I can see why everybody plays Boros. I've kind of been avoiding it just because it's so popular and I wanted to show other things with the channel. But, I mean, clearly it's good. Boros is good. I mean, the ball guest on turn 2 followed by any celebration is just brutal. So, I have liked that combo quite a bit. Place your bets now for whether you think we're going to trophy or not. Gold player for a trophy round. Their deck must be insane to be paired against me here in this situation. A 2-lander with a ball guest on turn 2 again. I mean, it is what our deck is made of. I do want to draw lands since we do have some of our more expensive cards in hand. So lands would be great, but okay. But we have some stuff to do until we do draw it. Come on, deck land. That's fine. It gives us something to do with the return. Land is great. All right, let's do this. Return. Get the ball guest back. And hey, that's going to be a 4/4 in the air next turn potentially. Hey, and they're taking the turn off with Grabby Giant. That's great. Yep. You know what? It's the same damage either way, and I think the Edgewall pack just gives us more options. It's a little bit slower. They have removal, it'll draw removal to one of these creatures instead of our Wild Rose. It's just a safer play. So leading on the pack here, either way we would have been pushing 4 damage, so I don't feel bad about that. Love that they tapped out for the Giant. Let's go ahead and bargain off the Rat. Oh yeah. No, they can't win this game. Let's bargain the Rat, kill the Giant, play out the Wild Rose, and swing in for 8. Yeah, okay. They didn't even see the Wild Rose. When our deck curves out, it curves out. I'm glad we made the changes to bring in the Crescendo and the extra creature. I think that was right. Although I think the Cooped Up would have been fine too. I don't know. I think there are a lot of ways to do this deck. We played it pretty well. We just made that one mistake in game 1 where we didn't attack with the mouse, but otherwise, fun deck. Boring Boros, as they call it, I think. Boros is fine. It's all you need to win in this format. Like I said, the Cooped Up could have been in there. The Bolt could have been in there, but it's just good without it. The 14 creature mark, really 13, was good enough. We never got to do the Draconic Debut to face, and so that was disappointing, but we also didn't have a dragon to play out to follow it up. Let's open up our packs and see what we get here. I have been enjoying Midweek Magic and playing the Dragon deck on Midweek Magic, so pretty exciting to get this board wipe and the air as well. But yeah, thanks for watching me, and I will see you next time. I don't know if I'm going to do more Alchemy, but trophying the first Alchemy is not bad.